So, hi Scorpio, my name is Chris and this is your beautiful reading for January 2026, and thank God 25 is over, right? Temperance, that's the center of your Celtic cross. Balance it out, take care of yourself, be yourself a friend, right? Be good to yourself, take your time to heal from whatever went wrong, whatever kind of was thrown at you in the last few years, whatever you've been through, right? Five of Cups energy, crossing energy to the Temperance card. Interesting here, you got the 2 cups of the Temperance, right? And you got the 2 cups that are still standing here, and you're taking these cups and you're healing yourself, you're making something out of it. That's how it comes out, right? That's the main energy. That's temperance, healing, balancing something out, taking care of yourself, being yourself a friend, processing whatever went wrong in the past. That's past energy, 5 of Cups energy. The story of the say this again and again because it's so important to realize it. You know, there are 5 cups, 2 cups are still standing. You're taking these cups and you're making something out of it, right? You're shrubbing, you're brushing yourself off or whatever. And you're healing, right? You're taking up what is left. What is left is enough. That's what I'm hearing here. 2 of Cups, 3 cups are down, but 1 of these cups has a bluish liquid to it, and that's poison. So good riddance, right? The other 2 cups, well, that's how the universe works sometimes, right? But you just have to go to a better place. The universe is just throwing you cups, right? There's the Page of Cups, an unexpected offer, an unexpected opportunity coming in. That's the foundation. More cups energy, the 8 of Cups, leaving behind what no longer serves you. That kind of is the same energy as the healing energy, and we only got cups here, right? That's the Ace of Cups. How can this be? You already, what you've learned probably through the last few years, maybe last year, maybe the last 7 years, is self-love. That's what you've learned, right? And you're still in this healing process. You rediscovered self-love, right? There might have been, but I'm going to clarify this, some toxic situation, and then the universe just spilled a few cups, so to speak, right? And through that process, you rediscovered self-love, self-respect, the importance of taking care of yourself, right? Sometimes you're still mourning the spilled cups, right? But the universe is bringing in a new cup, something unexpected that you didn't plan, right? So the big adventure or the big task for January would be already to love yourself, to be yourself a friend, to take the time to release emotional baggage, right? And what is that? What is that new offer here? So 2 cups are still standing, 3 are down. The universe bringing in a new unexpected offer. There's a little fish lurking out of this cup, right? So is there something you're overlooking? Are you focused on... This is pretty much the Ace of Cups. You already got it in you, right? And the universe is now kind of asking you to bring it forward. There's the Ace of Pentacles. So there is a lot of potential for wealth, abundance, and prosperity if you follow that new path, right? So there's a new path, and you're still processing, healing from whatever went wrong in the old circle. In 2026, you're about to do something, and you should definitely watch the yearly reading. You're doing something with what you've learned, and you're turning it into something that creates wealth, abundance, and prosperity, and stability, and a good, healthy foundation for yourself, supports you. What is that, right? That's a question for you. I don't know that. The 8 of Wands, fast energy. You're kind of in the mood of, okay, let's go. Let's just move on. I'm done with this shit, right? More Cups energy. Page of Cups to the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups, sorry. In your outside position, so you're basically... Maybe you're going to meet the right people in January, but don't rely so much on meeting the new people, right? You be open to meet new people. These new people might be connected to your new path, right? In your spiritual path, your emotional path. Something that you had in you. I wouldn't be surprised if the Six of Cups would show up as well. Two of Swords energy. And the Page of Pentacles. So you got everything you need for a very successful January, but you get everything you need for a very successful 2026 as well, I would say. The High Priestess, dealing with dualities, light and shadow. There's the Sun card underneath that, and there's the Five of Swords here. The dirty fight is over. The sun is coming out, shining again on you. The universe is kind of on your side, blessing you, you know. You might have went through a hard time where this happened, right? But through that, however hard it was, you rediscovered self-love, self-respect, and something else that you might have already had, but kind of ignored. And now the universe is pretty much asking you, look, buddy, you got this wonderful talent here, something that you might have neglected in the past. So I just went in and spilled a few of your cups so that you concentrate on that again. And you did. You rediscovered self-love. And now it's time to take that talent, that emotional, empathic talent, Cups energy, right? It starts with self-love. It starts with self-respect, you know, respecting your boundaries, respecting your dignity, you know. And when I say boundaries, it's not just that you communicate your boundaries. You have to create this comfort, right? If somebody oversteps your boundaries, keep that in mind, right? Just saying, oh, that's my boundaries. I have boundaries. Nobody cares about that. There must be a consequence if someone oversteps your boundaries. You either retreat or you cancel someone out of your life. You call someone out, which is not always a good idea if you're dealing with narcissists. But you need to create discomfort, right? Don't be available for toxic people. That's what I'm trying to say. And you learned that the hard way probably in the last 7 years, like most decent people in the last 7 years. And now it's time again, healing. And there's kind of a wounded healer energy. Ace of Cups to the Ace of Pentacles. So you're bringing something down from the emotional space to the physical 3D earth space. So Pentacles energy, you got everything you need for wealth, abundance, and prosperity. You got this, right? You're perfectly capable of doing it. You just have to be patient and small incremental steps in that direction. And whatever that direction is, has something to do, I say it again, with the 2 cups that are still standing. 3 cups got spilled, 1 was poisoned. Good riddance for the one that was poisoned, right? And by disengaging from that poison, you rediscovered self-love and self-respect. And now you're turning that into something kind of wounded healer energy, right? Temperance card is clarified by the 8 of Wands here. So you might feel a lot better, a lot healed. Yeah, there's the Death card with the 5 of Cups. So this is just over. This is a chapter that you just have to close. Whatever went wrong, concentrate on your healing and part of the healing process is, I'm not sure if I say this the right way, but the way you're healing, or your healing process itself, could be the unexpected offer from the universe, some new career where you just become someone who is guiding people who went through the same shit, right? And by healing yourself, you're kind of becoming a healer. Okay. And you're passionate about this. It's not just emotional, it's also, there's a fire in it. You know, there's a playfulness in it, joy in it, beautiful energy. And you know what to do. In your heart, you know what to do. The Star card with the Ace of Pentacles. Look at that. That's such a beautiful reading. It's a little heavy, right? Because there's in the center the Five of Cups, right? Leaving behind what no longer serves you. Healing, that's the Eight of Cups. Trusting the process, trusting the universe, trusting your guides, right? And look, the clarifier. Eight of Cups is clarified by the Ten of Cups, which is literally fortune after difficulty. A good place, you're on the right track, happy home, joy. Look, I'm not making this up, people. That's the center of your Celtic cross. That's the Temperance card, you taking care of yourself. You know, balancing it out, keeping it in a balance, healing yourself, very fast energy. And then you show up as the Eight of Wands, clarified by Temperance, right? So your inner healing process might become an outer healing process where you kind of turn from the wounded person who is trying to heal him or herself to the wounded or formerly wounded and kind of in the process of healing healer, right? Wounded healer. Google this. That's, I think it's Carl Jung or something. It's kind of a concept. And there's destiny, right? There's the Wheel of Fortune. Maybe that's your calling. Is there a calling here? 2026 might be a year of calling. And this is a card combination also very, very deep. Two of Swords and a Two of Cups. Two of Swords in your potential, also in the hopes and fears, basically. So you overthink sometimes and you want to do it right, you know? You want to do it structured, Swords energy, you want to have a plan. The universe right now is asking you to trust and to make peace with antagonistic energies, by not entertaining that, but not fighting, you know? Whatever went wrong in the past, whoever was guilty or whoever's fault it was, guilt, fault, these are concepts that are pointing into the past, right? You don't want to spend your life in the past in resentment and pain, so you have to make peace with it. There's the Two of Cups here, which is kind of making peace with antagonistic tendencies, right? Whether they are persons or tendencies within yourself, healing that, it's also part of the healing process. To make peace with it, whatever happened, and to slowly let it go, in the sense that your emotional attachment to it, you know, whenever you think about it, it doesn't hurt anymore. That would be the healing process or the end game of the healing process. But in order to get that far, you have to let it go and just radically accept what is and make peace with it instead of fighting it. You got this. There's your broken heart and you got this, right? You might have a broken heart, right? But you got this. You got everything you need to go forward, to fulfill your potential, to heal yourself and become kind of a wounded healer, right? That's the energy. The High Priestess with the Ten of Pentacles, that's you as the spiritual teacher. Kind of balancing out these two polar opposites, right? Of good and evil, right and wrong. Water and fire, passion and emotions. Antagonistic tendencies, as I said. This is just you mastering duality. Not by negating one of these columns, you know, these black and white columns, right? Next to her, she's not chopping one down and says, oh, I just go for the white one, right? Or the good one, whatever, right? You got two columns here. You got Two of Swords here, thinking about it. And there is this idea that you might... 2026 is going to be a year, and in January it starts, right? Where you have to follow your heart. You have to just stop doing what looks good on paper, what you think you should do or what society expects of you, and just heal yourself, make peace with whatever happens, accept the world as it is. You can't punish all the bad people. You can't fight all the bad people. You can't expose all of them. You're going to, you know, that's not going to work. By the way, there's Justice and the Sun card here as well. And the Five of Swords with the Emperor. So you kind of won a dirty fight. But a few things got spilled or broken. You are already, in the last few years, I see you very focused on the healing process. And in January, it starts to really make it your mission, your passion, your mission in this world to allow that wounded healer aspect of yourself to become more important in your life. And by the way, let's not forget, that's the wounded healer in form of the High Priestess, resting within yourself, protecting your inner peace. Clarifier, Ten of Pentacles, right? So you're fulfilling this potential here with wealth, abundance, and prosperity of the Ace of Cups by allowing yourself to be that aspect of yourself that was kind of neglected in the last few years. Could that be? Something like that. Kind of very strong reading. Very beautiful. There's a little heaviness here in the center, but past energy, right? It's nothing. It's just dealing and healing with past trauma, I guess. That's what it is, huh? Shambhala. And Shambhala is number 2. And I love Shambhala because you're going to like this. Golden Age. You are entering a period of creativity and abundance. This card signifies a golden future is soon to unfold. You will have many wonderful experiences accompanied by feelings of deep fulfillment and peace. This is a creative and productive time through which you express and manifest your inner vision. Ace of Cups, High Priestess, not Two of Cups, but Temperance, that's for sure. This is a creative and productive time through which you express and manifest your inner vision. Stay focused on your dreams, then they will manifest. You shall feel inspired, and your positive energy will inspire others. Express the love and creativity within your heart, and you will experience great joy. Express the love and creativity within your heart, Cups energy everywhere, and you will experience great joy. That's the wounded healer, right? At times it will seem as though heaven has truly descended upon earth. Shambhala. It starts in January, my friend. It starts in January, and Swords energy is kind of not the way to go. It's cups energy, it's emotional, it's joy, it's happiness, it's intuition, it's High Priestess energy, cups energy, temperance energy, healing yourself. And let's just do one more. Let it shine. That's peacock spirit. And I'm going to read this because I think it totally fits here perfectly. When was the last time you shook your tail feather and shined your light for all to see? When was the last time you shook your tail feather and shined your light for all to see? Within each of us is a peacock spirit, yearning for expression, and you are called now to show the world the generous creature you are. For you are manifestation of spirit. Come out from the shadows. That's your 5 of Cups energy, that's the shadow aspect. I think you're already in the process, but in January 2026, you're really coming out of this shadow, right? Peacock Spirit says, show your true colors so that others may be inspired to express their own exquisiteness. Yay. Other language in these books, that's so sweet. Dance as if you remember that you are made of stardust and grace, filled with life force, energy, and sparkling light. You are a channel for divine love, and your dance is one of a kind. Catch the light and help it to shimmer and dance in celebration of your good fortune, of being right here, right now. Spirit wants you to be joyful so that others may get up and dance along with you. That's the wounded healer. That's the spiritual teacher. That's the temperance card. And you got so many cups here. Temperance, this combination, right? This is just, look at that. That's just special. And then the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, High Priestess energy. So whatever you are starting, you already know what it is, I guess. It has everything to do with your inner core, with your heart space, with the Ace of Cups here, self-love, self-respect, Philautia, right? And then just go for that. Give it energy, nurture it, and it is part of your healing process. What is turning into maybe your career, maybe your business, maybe something that really, there's Pentacles energy here as well, all the time. 10 of Pentacles, and it's time, there's justice here in the Sun card. So you have had enough, right? It's time for the sun to shine back into your life. And there is wealth, abundance, and prosperity here in following. I say it again. 5 cups, 3 got spilled, right? 1 was poisoned. Let's just say this one. So good riddance of that one. You can mourn all day long the 2 other cups that were spilled, but 1 was poisoned. 3 cups are down. You got 2 cups to go. You take these cups, and one of these cups has something to do with your inner emotional state of being. And there's a lot of empathy, spirituality, healing energy here. And if you give that more energy, if you implement that in your life and make the healing process a teaching process, you literally becoming the wounded healer. That's just what it is, right? And that's a fantastic reading for January, and you should definitely check out the 2026 reading, because I wouldn't be surprised if this topic continues itself in 2026 in general. That's all I got. I hope you resonate with it. I hope it means something to you. If it does, share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it, and hopefully see you next time. Now, Badaya, my friend. Ciao.